So, types of program errors. Okay, library classes. So, first type is the syntax error, then semantic error, then logical error. Three types of errors. Syntax error, these are the errors due to the fact that syntax of the language is not respected. Command is there. Okay, command is there. Some command is there. Suppose you have to use default. You have to write default. You are making any spelling mistake. You are writing if. You are writing instead of IF, you are writing IIF. You are not writing the keyword perfectly. You are not writing the keyword perfectly. Okay. Right? So that is syntax error. Then semantic error. Hey, be careful, please. So then semantic errors. Semantic errors means you are not, you are using properly. Which place what is to be done, you are doing it. Not improper placing. That is semantic error. Improper placing. These C equal to A plus B. You can write A plus B equal to C. Okay, improper use of program statements. Then you have logical errors. Logical errors means a different output coming. You are expecting one output, but the result is completely different. Okay, the result is completely different. That is the logical error. Logical error only you can know by looking at the output. Then another is the time and phase of error detection. That is a different view. Time and phase of error detection. Which time? So in two different times errors are coming out. Like you can know about the errors at two different times. First time when compiling, second when running. So compile time error, run time error. Right? Some examples are given, syntax error examples given, semantic errors example given. You can go through your book. If you are not bringing the book, that's the problem. Semantic errors are two types. One is static semantic errors, another is the dynamic semantic errors. Okay. Dynamic semantic error will be known at the runtime. Static semantic errors will be known at the compile time. Okay. Example of dynamic semantic error is the array out of bound exception. If you are trying to see the contents of a location which is out of range, suppose you have 10 elements, elements are present from 0 to 9. If you are seeing at location 10, then it's a dynamic semantic error. it will not have any problem at the time of compiling. But at the time of output, you will get the problem. Hey. So what I told, you have 10 elements 0 to 9, but you are accessing the location 10, then it's a dynamic semantic error. No problem at the time of compiling. The problem will arise at the time of running. And some problems are there at the time of computation. At the time of computation, if you do something by 0, that's a problem. Divide by 0. So suppose sometimes you check with the null object having null value. That's a problem. Okay. Suppose you have a statement S is equal to BR dot readline function. You have to take some statement. You have to take some word. But instead of giving the word, if you press enter, then you have not given anything. That's null. Okay. That is null. If you have simply pressed enter, BR dot buffer reader object BR dot readline function asking you a string, but you are not giving string, you are simply pressing enter, then it's a null. Afterwards, if you print it, it will be problem. It will be a problem and it is runtime exception. Okay, your program will crash. So you need to check it before printing S. You need to check whether S is equal to null. Whether S is equal to not equal to null, then only you will print it. Runtime errors, just now I discussed. You know everything. Come here. Division by 0. You are finding A by B. You are giving two values, one for A, one for B. For A you are giving 20, for B you are giving 0. So 20 by 0 not possible. That is a division by 0 error. Another example of error. Suppose a file is not there. Suppose a file is not there, but you are trying to read the file. I will give you some class about the file reading and writing. Okay. That is why I am telling file reading and writing. We can put the data in a file, in a text file, and we can read the data from the file. For a reading, a statement is there in page 218. File reader F is equal to new file reader bracketed pipo.txt. Maybe the pipo.txt is not present. If it is present, then this file reader will work. No. If it is not present at all in your default directory, where your, what do you mean by default directory? Project folder. In the project folder, if you don't have that file, then you will get the error. File cannot be read. Runtime error. Then another type of error, dereferencing a null reference. Okay. So if the object has null value and you are using it for calling a function, then that is dereferencing. Okay. Suppose S is a string variable, string object, you are having null inside S, you can call the concat function. You cannot call the length function. They are called dereference because S is already null. A null string cannot call these functions. So let's find what is exceptions. What are exceptions? So exceptions is abnormal condition that arises in a code sequence at runtime. Abnormal condition. Some mistakes. Many types of mistakes can be there. Okay. But don't worry. Java provides you error handling, exception handling mechanism. Right? So, now it's natural that errors will occur. Exception will occur. What is an exception? An error object. Any error happens, or there is a class. Any error happens, any exception happens, or a separate class is there. For every error types, there is a different class. Okay? There is a particular class. And one error happens means one object is created of that class automatically. If error happens, one object of that particular class is created automatically. Are you getting me or not? Every error has a particular class, associated class. And once the error is coming, then automatically object is created. Object is created and thrown. Object is created and thrown. Okay. Right? Listen. Object is created and thrown. If you listen, if you don't catch it, if you don't catch the thrown object, and if you don't handle it, then program will crash. Program will be stopped in the middle. Yes, exception object, what I told, is automatically thrown because of the error made by you. You are the user. Most of the errors are done by the user. It is giving, suppose it is asking A, you are giving 20. It is asking B, you are giving 0. You know that 20 by 0 is not possible, but you are giving. Maybe knowingly or non-knowingly. But errors, most errors are caused by the user. Right? So programmers should have error mechanism, exception handling mechanism. Some advantages are in the exception handling, you see. Error handling code and normal code, they are now different places. Error handling code in one place, normal code in a different place. This is first advantage. Second advantage, enhances readability. If here is the error handling code, here is the normal code. Previously, in basic and C, these codes are mixed. Which codes are mixed? Error handling and normal code mixed. Now in Java, these two are at separate place. Then it stimulates consequences as error handling takes place at one place and in one manner. Right? Subhranshu. So error handling in one place and in one manner. Okay. It makes for clear, robust and fault tolerant programs. It's clear, readable. Fault tolerant means if user will do some problems, then it will tolerate the fault. If you have error handling mechanism, then fault can be tolerated and program will work as you without any breaking. Robust. Naturally, the program will be robust. Robust means advanced.